Welcome to this explainer on DuckDB, an absolutely remarkable in-process analytical database that's just spreading like wildfire through the data engineering community right now. If you've been working with data locally and you're constantly feeling that friction of moving between your data frames and bulky database servers, well, you're going to absolutely love what we're diving into today.
Okay, let's just do a quick flyby of our agenda. We're going to start by meeting DuckDB and exploring its in-process advantage. Then we'll unpack how columnar storage gives it such insane speed. After that, we'll get our hands dirty, querying data frames and cloud files directly. And finally, wrap up with some key best practices.
Now, when we think about heavy-duty tools like Postgres or BigQuery, we really have to pause and ask our inciting question. Why do we genuinely need yet another separate database system, right? It kind of feels like we already have an overwhelming amount of tools. But as you'll see, DuckDB fills a very specific high-friction gap in our modern workflows.
Section 1. Meet DuckDB. So let's start by defining exactly what an in-process database actually means. Basically, it's a database that runs directly inside your Python process. This is the absolutely crucial thing to understand about DuckDB. It completely eliminates the need to connect out to some separate standalone server. If you think about the relationship SQLite has with an application, DuckDB mirrors that exact same concept, but it's built from the ground up specifically for heavy analytical workloads.
Section 2. The in-process advantage.
This illustrates the contrast perfectly. Whenever we talk about Postgres, you know we have to bring up the fact that it requires you to set up a dedicated database server. And BigQuery? Well, that needs an active internet connection to Google Cloud. DuckDB, on the flip side, offers instant, literal zero configuration setup right on your local machine. Because it runs right there inside your specific Python process, it requires zero separate server infrastructure and absolutely no internet connection to function.
Section 3. Columnar storage power.
So this architecture is built specifically for analytics, which is exactly where DuckDB gets its incredible blazing speed. Tying back to the concepts of columnar storage we see in tools like PyArrow, you can really see why DuckDB crushes traditional row-based databases for complex analytical queries. See, traditional databases can really struggle here, but DuckDB was built from day one around a columnar architecture. That means when you're throwing heavy aggregations and massive joins at it, DuckDB handles it significantly faster than a row-based database could ever comfortably manage on its own.
Section 4. Querying data frames directly. Let's move from the theory to the application and see how you actually use this in Python. As you can see, the workflow is incredibly simple. It's literally just a quick pip install, create a connection, and run standard SQL directly against it. It totally mirrors the pattern of traditional database adapters, but the absolute magic here is that you don't need any separate database servers running in the background beforehand. It is 100% self-contained.
DuckDB's unique superpower, and this is a real game changer, is letting you query existing Pandas and Polars data frames directly using standard SQL. You don't have to first load your data into a dedicated database. You just reference the variable name directly within your SQL query. This is incredibly powerful whenever an analytical query just feels a bit more natural to write out in SQL rather than wrestling with Pandas or Polars native method chaining syntax.
Let's say you're analyzing a dataset, like Uplatz course enrollment data. If you already have that data sitting in a Pandas data frame called DF, and you want to run a complex aggregation, you just pass a familiar SQL string exactly like this one directly into your query. You literally treat your data frame variable exactly as if it were a native database table. DuckDB swoops in and efficiently executes that query against the existing data frame with no extra data loading steps required whatsoever.
Section 5. Parquet and cloud integrations. For massive datasets, DuckDB's capabilities go way, way beyond just local data frames and memory. It actually allows your local laptop to seamlessly query massive Parquet files without needing to fully load them into memory first. It uses this highly efficient columnar reading to pull out only the specific columns and rows your query actually needs. And it gets better. Using its S3 extension, you can query massive datasets sitting out in cloud storage directly from your laptop. No data downloading required at all. You're querying the cloud using nothing more than a simple, lightweight local Python process.
Section 6. Best practices and summary. Let's wrap up with a summary of how to actually fit this into your daily workflow. Because these two tools frequently get compared, this direct contrast is super important. It brilliantly illustrates that DuckDB and Polars are absolutely not mutually exclusive. Not at all. Polars excels when you're thinking in terms of data frame operations and method chains. DuckDB, on the other hand, excels when you're thinking directly in terms of genuine SQL syntax.
Real-world data professionals actually use both of them together all the time, choosing whichever syntax feels more natural for the task at hand. Because DuckDB queries Polars DataFrames directly, they complement each other beautifully. Keep these best practices in mind to get those genuinely fast, efficient results. If you have, say, a huge Parquet file of historical enrollment data, and you just need to run one quick analysis, please don't go set up an entire Postgres database for it. Just use DuckDB. It's such a compelling, perfectly suited alternative for local analytical work. You get the raw power of columnar performance, the familiar comfort of SQL, and literal zero server overhead. So our crucial takeaway today is that DuckDB, along with Polars, provides genuinely incredible single machine efficiency. But, that leaves us with a pretty compelling thought. What happens when your data genuinely outgrows a single machine? What do you do when you need to distribute that work across an entire cluster of computers? Well, that threshold sets the perfect stage for a next explainer on a framework called Ray. Until then, keep exploring your data.